Miles of open landscape, a heroic journey spanning across 5 games. Stories of bravery, honor, and just general stupidity. Whether you mod or play vanilla, PC or console, Breton or Redguard, the Elder Scrolls series is a series that has captivated, surprised, and in many cases, including my own, angered millions of gamers. No game be spared, this is 2 Major Losers. Hello and welcome to 2 Major Losers. In this show, I don't powder coat, give biased opinions, or tell good jokes. I tell great ones. Now, welcome to, get this, our first video. That's right, except it's not our first video, it's our first review video. But welcome to the first review video. Today, to celebrate, we're doing something a little bit of a go big or go home sort of thing for our first one. And today, instead of reviewing an older game, we're going to review every single Elder Scrolls games, especially because they announced Elder Scrolls 6 4 months ago. Oh well, we're a little behind. Whatever. You can keep your Magic the Gathering and your tabletop adventures. I'll be playing Elder Scrolls. First up, we have Arena. Arena is where the series all began. First released by Bethesda on March 25th, 1994, the game was originally released for DOS. However, Bethesda recently made both Arena and Daggerfall available for free on Bethesda.com, link in the description below.
What do I owe you? Nothing. It's for free. Free?
The story of the game is the Emperor is trapped in an alternate dimension and being impersonated in ours by Imperial battle mage Jagar Tharn. But in his nefarious evil deeds, he fails to corrupt his apprentice Rhea Silmain, who's able to hold herself together with magic just long enough to guide our player out of the dungeon that he's trapped in. The rest of the game is pretty much what you would expect of Elder Scrolls RPG. You get new items, and when one of them is just a little more important than the others, Rhea will visit you again in your sleep. All of this is explained in an intro clip that goes on for way too long. Now, the game was originally going to be an arena game. Your team of fighters going to other cities, fighting other teams of fighters in other arenas, so you take on the best of the best in the best arena in the Imperial City. Now that sounds like a great concept for a game and all, but I wouldn't know, because every single time we tried to play the game, it crashed, so most of this is coming from the internet. I'm sorry. Now, they loved this whole concept for a game, but after a while they decided, well, let's throw some side quests in there. So after the side quests were put in, and they started adding more and more, finally they just kind of dropped the arena thing altogether after they put in caves and dungeons. So this game went from being a fantasy arena simulator to a full-fledged RPG. You know, come to think of it, why they kept the name Arena when there's no arena in the game? I don't know. The dream of fighting in an arena, though, was finally realized in the game's counterpart, Oblivion. Next up is Daggerfall, released just 2 years after Arena in 1996, August to be specific. This game is also for DOS and takes place in the Breton homeland of High Rock. The main storyline of the game, and of course there are side quests, but due to time constraints we're only going to go over the main storyline. The main storyline of the game is that the Emperor has sent our player to High Rock. And I hope this is where you have a pen and paper, or a phone or something, because this is where crap gets weird. He wishes for you, the player, to do 2 things. Free the ghost of the late King Lysandus from his earthly shackles, and discover what happened to a letter from the Emperor to a Blades spy in the court of Daggerfall. The letter tells us that the late King's mother knows the location of the Mantella being a key to bring back the first Numidium. The Numidium being a powerful iron golem that the Blades need. For some reason, the letter falls into the hands of an orc named Gortward, who then goes and gives it to his buddy Manamarco, King of the Worms, or Necromancers, whom originally destroyed the first Numidium because of its misuse by Tiger's septum, and he is recuperating deep in a tomb after destroying it the first time. Now, in order to give anyone this mantella, you need to put the late king to rest by murdering his murderer. Then you need to steal the control device for the mantella from the king of Daggerfall, Gothried, and free the mantella from its prison in Aethrius, wherever that is. At which point the game could go 5 ways, most of them ending in our worm buddy dying. Got all that? No? Alright, real quick. Here we go. You have to put the king's ghost to rest and then hunt down a letter from the emperor to a spy saying that the late king's mom knows the location of the mantella, a key for the Numidium, a giant iron guy. This letter gets to an orc who gives it to Wormy who destroyed the Numidium last time. Then we put the late king to rest to borrow the totem from the king and free the mantella. I hope you got all that because I'm not saying that again.
Okay, now just try and relax. You're gonna be okay.
The game itself is incredibly enjoyable and was pretty revolutionary for its time. The gameplay was pretty interesting and much like Morrowind, and pretty true to a real tabletop RPG. Your hit chances came down to what level your skills were and a computerized instant dice roll. The early Elder Scrolls games felt very much like a computerized tabletop than it did what we would call an RPG video game today. It was slow, pixelated, and of course a little janky at times, but it's also 22 years old, and I at least can look past that. There are some people who can't, even though the video game is over 20 years old, but no, these AAA...
Hey guys, so I'm going on a bit of a rant right now, because I hate people who say that old games are bad because of bad graphics. You know, what might look like a pile of Kill It With Fire now was revolutionary to kids with rich parents in the 90s.
The last time I played a Call of Duty game, it wasn't perfect. I shot somebody out of existence by making them fall through the earth. You think that's possible? Your games aren't perfect. Moving on to Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, which was released June 6th, 2002 by Bethesda for normal PC and Xbox. Now, some say it's the best. I would agree, but I'm also not part of the Skyrim-only fan club. Now, the thing is, until I started researching the game for this review, I didn't even know Morrowind had a main plot line. So, here's the plot. Directly from Wikipedia. Now, if you don't want to see this, then there's a time code in the description and right there that you can skip to skip over it. I wish I could do the same. While Morrowind contains many quests and storylines, the central plot revolves around the reincarnation of the Dunmer hero, Indoril Nerevar. The incarnate of Nerevar, referred to as the Nerevarine, has been prophesied to oppose and defeat the rise of the malevolent deity Dagoth-Ur and the remnants of his followers. These followers are encompassed in a forbidden faction named the Sixth House, and are mainly located within the volcanic region of the Red Mountain in the center of Vardenfell, the island on which the game takes place. Dagoth-Ur has used the Heart of Lorkhan, an artifact of great power, to make himself immortal, and now seeks to drive Imperial occupiers from Morrowind using his network of spies. As well as Akulakan, an enormous golem, so many golems, powered by the Heart of Lorkhan, which Dagoth-Ur had originally been tasked to guard. After a storm and a strange dream vision, the player begins fresh off a boat from the mainland prison in a town called Seyda-Neen, freed by the string pulling of the current ruler of the Tamurielic Empire, Emperor Ural Septim VII, with the task of meeting Caius Kosades, a member of the Blades, a secret group tasked with the protection of the Emperor and the Empire. Caius Kosades induct the player into the Blades under orders of the Emperor, and sets the player on various quests to uncover mysterious disappearances and revelations that the citizens of Vardenfell have experienced, particularly the Sixth House and the Ashlander prophecies of the Nerevarine. It is later revealed that the Sixth House and Dagoth-Ur has been directly influencing the people within their dreams, including attempts to invade the player's mind. That is word for word off of Wikipedia. I have Wikipedia up on my phone right now. Oh boy. Now, if you skipped ahead, welcome back. Now, that would be fantastic, I'm sure, if Chaos Kosades would tell me what the hell to do. I go there, and he gives me money and says, go buy myself something nice. I feel like a cheap hooker. Morrowind is the land of the elves, which is funny because in my entire time playing the game, I think I ran into like 20 of them. But I'm not picky. Yes, I am. It's the land of the elves. This made me so frustrated at one point that I used console commands and decided to kill everybody.
Boyos, Sean right now, it was true. You just need to leave him alone. Bye.
However, there is no join this side of the war or go kill every demon you find. It's truly just go anywhere and do anything. In fact, the other day I killed a guy for his pants. I'm not joking, that is an actual quest line. Now you start out in the town of Satanin where everyone walks, where they're chafed beyond belief, that or they have a corn cob shoved up their ass. And you get used to that. Satanin, the town where everyone hates you and you have to make friends. And the only speaking aside from the generic passing speech in the game is all in text boxes.
Sean, the video didn't cut correctly.
I have an idea. They'll never suspect a thing.
Sorry. Most of the in-game communication is through text boxes. And unlike other games, such as
Pokemon, Grand Theft Auto, or Bubby Learns to Count to 10, there are things in this game that do want to hurt you. At least my Bubby didn't have a shotgun when he got to 3. In Skyrim, you don't get attacked every 5 seconds. Even in games like Red Dead Redemption, they will chain some things together, like you'll get attacked by a snake and then a rabid dog. In Morrowind, you'll get attacked by a snake, a rabid dog, a pterodactyl, 2 skeletons, and a madman who wants his pants back. The danger music starts to blend with the normal music of the game. Like, I don't know which one happens more often. That's one thing I do like in general about the entire series. They make everything feel like you're right there in the action. Of course, this game wouldn't be so bad if you could actually punch things. I know what I said about dice rolls, but it's like the developer said, what are hitboxes? We don't need any of those, right? Now, we can just have the main player flapping his arms for a little bit at this person, well, when he realizes that it's absolutely useless because 12 things are behind him, flapping his arms at him, including a madman who wants his pants back. You know, I'm just glad the game doesn't have an arena, or at least I haven't found one because the game is massive. If it did, I'm pretty sure that I could start one of those fights, switch games, stop the Stormcloak Rebellion, switch games, drive around the city for a couple hours, go to sleep, wake up the next morning, come back, and the fight would still be going. And another strange thing about the game is you have to buy all your pieces of armor separately. Now, greaves, boots, cuirass, helmet, you only need one of those. But you need to buy a left gauntlet, and then you need to buy a right gauntlet. They don't sell them together. It's the same thing with the shoulder pads. I've left shops with half of my armor, wondering why I'm getting hurt so much. But where that bit of inventory takes a lack, there's another bit of inventory that takes a huge increase in my mind, and that would be the weapons. There are crossbows, throwing knives, throwing stars, darts, enchanted arrows. Heck, you could enchant it and wield anything. You want a fork that does frost damage? Go right ahead. You want a candelabra that'll shield you from destruction magic? Done. And another thing, I know I got on people for the whole limitations of the time thing, but there's some face models that just scare the bejeebus out of me. Like, even the first guy you see, I'm just sitting there in my room like, yeah! It didn't work anyway. It was a busted controller anyway, that's why you use it as a prop, but and even the mapping to the keyboard is weird. You push R to take out your magic, but you push F to take out your weapons. But if your weapons are out, then you can't pull out your magic before you press F again to put your weapons away, and vice versa. That is just so weird. Also, the hands that pop up on your UI when you have magic out, this is wrong. And then also, you push tab to switch out of first and third person view, but at the same time, you hold tab to get a free look camera. But the time that it takes to hold is so short that if you hold it for just a millisecond too long when you're trying to switch views, you don't switch views, you just get a moment of really disorienting free look that just completely pulls you out of the game. It's horrible, but I love it. It's probably my favorite Elder Scrolls game, but burn it. Please, why are you still there? Why? Editor! Oh wait, that's me.
I hope I can help. Necromancy may be legal in Cyrodiil, but few will openly admit to practicing it now that the Mages Guild has banned it. Farewell.
That's right, I'm splitting this one into 2 videos. Why? Because 5 games is a lot, okay? Give me a week, I'm spent, man. Gosh. If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button so you know when the next part comes out. Part 2, where we'll be reviewing Oblivion and the Big Daddy Skyrim. Also, if you have other opinions, I know you didn't ask for mine, but I'm asking for yours. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Leave it in the comments down below, and also leave a like if you like this kind of content, and I will see you next time.